Hey, I'm Jamey from Stillmeyer Games, and today I'm going to share my favorite mechanism in the game Stable Times, which, full disclosure, was sent to me from the designer. I don't normally accept review copies because I'm not a reviewer, but Kristen and I are friends on Instagram. She's a fellow designer, and I don't know. I really liked what she said about this game. There was a connection between the horses and my cats. Actually, coincidentally, Walter just appeared on the screen here. So yeah, thank you, Kristen, for sending this to me. This is a 1 to 5 player. I'll call it a set collection game, but there's more layers to it than just collecting sets of cards. But over the course of the game, you are drawing horse cards, and there are a ton of unique horses in the game. We actually had a lot of fun with the names of the horses. These are all real horses, but I always like in games when the names are fun enough to say when you actually play the cards, and that is very much the case in this game. So you have this hand of cards, these horse cards, and you are playing them into aisles in your, I believe this is called the stable. You have 4 different aisles. Each aisle can hold up to 3 cards. And on your turn, there's a little Red Rising style switch mechanism where you can discard a card onto one of the stacks in the pasture and then draw a card from another stack at the top of the deck. And crucially, one crucial rule here is actually 2 crucial rules. One, you can only play cards of the same type on the same aisle. So since I have this red star type of card in this aisle, I can only play either wilds or red star types in this aisle from then on, and only 3 total in that aisle. So you have these kind of focused aisles of cards as you are playing the game. The other crucial rule related to my favorite mechanism is that the game ends when a player has 3 complete aisles. So when you have 3 aisles that have 3 horses in them each. And when I was reading the rules, it's noted at the very beginning that a player can have up to 12 horses. So I was kind of looking at this as I was reading the rules. Why could you play up to 12 horses if the game ends when you have only 3 complete aisles of 3 cards each? And this is what I found a really, really clever mechanism that created some very interesting decisions near the end of the game, combined with this rule that you can only play cards of the same type in the same aisle. So the key here is that on your turn, you can play 0, 1, or 2 horse cards. And so that might make you think, okay, on every turn, I should just play 2 horse cards and kind of race to the finish and get these 3 aisles complete. And in general, I think it is pretty beneficial as long as the set collection points add up to your benefit. For example, this card says if the aisle directly to the left has either the green or horseshoe card types, then you get 2 points. So you're trying to work around these spatial and set collection style goals on these cards. However, I found as I got closer to the end of the game, I was faced with a really interesting decision. Do I try to complete the game right now and finish 3 stables, or do I try to play around that a little bit so that I can actually play more cards, get more points, and potentially even complete my 4th aisle? I'm sorry, I said stable, 4th aisle on my last turn. So I could potentially have like 2 complete aisles and then maybe have 2 aisles with 2 cards each. And then on my last card, play 1 card to each of those aisles. That was a great kind of realization near the end of the game, and it made me kind of applaud the design decision here to let players complete up to 4 aisles. It also gives them a little bit of flexibility over the course of the game, because maybe you start on this star aisle, but you just aren't seeing or aren't drawing star cards that play into your strategy. You still need a reason to move forward with the game and focus on the other aisles, and maybe you just give up on that aisle. So that is part of it. It gives players flexibility, but it also gives you this tension at the end of the game. Do I try to complete the 3 aisles to trigger the end of the game, or do I wait just a little bit longer and try to play more cards because I have this extra aisle to work with? It's a little decision point in this game, little design space, but I really like the decisions that it added to the game. That is my favorite mechanism in the game Stable Times. I don't even quite know how to describe it in terms of other games, if you have other games that you can think of for that, but games that maybe give you a little bit of extra room to work with. And maybe that is tied to the end game condition. If you think of any other games like that, let me know about it in the comments. Or if you have another favorite mechanism in Stable Times, I'd love to hear about that in the comments as well. Thanks.